If you ever watched Euphoria, looked at the character of Maddy Perez and thought, how does she always look so good? How does she always look so hot? And how can I also look like that? Well then, this is your lucky day, because in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of Maddy's beauty secrets that can help you look just as good as Maddy Perez from Euphoria. Hi Neva's friends, and welcome back to my sleepover. I'm so excited for today's video because I haven't filmed in such a long time, and what's the best way to get back into filming than to make a video about one of the topics that you guys liked the most, which was how to be confident like Maddy Perez. And this is going to be the sequel all about how to look good and how to look hot like Maddy from Euphoria all the freaking time. I'm going to be sharing some tips that we can take from the character to look just as good as her, and the tips that will definitely help you glow up. So let's get into this video. So first things first, when we look at the character in the show, we just see her wear the colors that fit her so well. And the first and most basic thing that you can do is just go to the store, try on a bunch of different colors, different shades, and figure out which colors look the best on you, which colors bring out your best features. But at the same time, a way better approach to this would be to use one of the color theories. So the first one that you guys can use is, are you warm toned or cool toned? Because for example, if you're warm toned like me, wearing cool colors like for example a very cool blue color like I'm wearing here is going to make you look so bad, which you guys can probably see, while wearing warm colors such as red is going to make you look your best. But it's not just about red or blue. Every single color can have a cool shade and a warmer shade. What you can do is to figure out, are you warm or are you cool, and then choose the colors that you wear based on that. Some ways that you can figure it out is, first of all, if you look at yourself, do you see more gray blue undertones, or do you see more warmer golden undertones to your skin? At the same time, there's the vein test, which some of you guys have said that it's been debunked, but I've heard a lot of stylists still talk about it, so I'm gonna mention it anyway. If you look at the veins on your wrist, do they lean more blue or do they lean more green? You can also try taking a warm red sweater and see if it looks better on you, or a cool blue sweater and see if that looks better on you. And one of my favorites is honestly to check by jewelry. If silver jewelry tends to look best on you and bring out your best features, then you're probably cool toned. And if the color silver makes you look kind of sickly and pale, then you're most likely warm toned. Maddy is definitely cool toned. We see her wear a lot of cool tones in the show, and even if she wears something that is more of a warmer color, she always wears it in a cool tone to look her best. At the same time, Maddy usually dresses according to her color season, which if you don't know what color seasons are, then definitely check out this video right here after watching this one, because I explain them pretty well there, and I also tell you how to find your color season. But Maddy's color season is dark winter because her features are dark, and Maddy is also cool toned, which makes her a dark winter. Once you know your color season, you can then use those colors to look your best, but you don't need to strictly follow the color palette that you can see online. You just need to keep in mind your features. For example, for me, I'm dark and I'm warm, so usually blacks or deep colors look pretty good on me. Really light pastels tend to wash me out, and warm tones on me look way better than cool tones. So just like Maddy, you can look at your color season, look at what kind of characteristics it has, and then keep that in mind when you're picking the colors to wear. But let's move on to tip number 2, which is that when it comes to Maddy's appearance, she always pays attention to details. Maddy's nails are always done and polished. Maddy's earrings are always intact. There's no dirt under her fingernails. Make sure that your nails are clean. If you can't do them, that's great, but if you can't afford to do them, at least make sure that they look clean. At least make sure that you trim them, you take care of them. Make sure that you groom your brows. Eyebrows are such a big part of the face. Just brushing them a little bit with an eyebrow brush can go so freaking far. You never see Maddy's eyebrows look bad in the show. I bet that if it was possible to meet the character in real life, she would probably smell pretty good. Have a tiny perfume in your bag that you can use anytime that you need to, or a tiny deodorant that you drop in your bag to make sure that maybe if you're rushing somewhere and you forgot to put on perfume or you forgot to put on deodorant, you always smell fresh, because that's going to add so much. You have no idea how much scent affects people's perceptions of you. And I bet Maddy is that girl who has a tiny perfume, a tiny deodorant, and a chapstick that's always in her bag. At the same time, use lotions to moisturize your skin, because that makes your skin glow and makes your skin look so much better. Next up is that Maddy uses elements in her style that are distinct perfectly hers. Think about rhinestones, think about the cherries near the eyes, think about how many videos you've seen online where people were doing Maddy Perez makeup or Maddy Perez outfits, because Maddy has certain elements to her style that are so easily recognizable, and that makes her so much more memorable and so much more attractive. So when you're getting dressed in the morning, don't just blatantly copy someone, or don't just put together the most basic outfit that anyone can. Try to have something of you in your style. Try to have your personality come through your style. For example, for me, that happens a lot. I try to incorporate who I am a lot into my style, and it influences it a lot. And at the same time, just like Maddy, don't be afraid to have fun with it. Make me so excited for my day. Romanticize different occasions. If you're having a school presentation, wear a suit and make a whole moment out of it. Make your makeup a little more fun. Draw little cherries near your eyes or little hearts. You don't need to do it every single time if you don't want to, but here and there, whatever makes you light up from the inside, go ahead and do it. Whatever seems fun to do in that moment. You can see that with Maddy a lot in her outfits. She has those cool looking glasses. She has those cherries drawn near her eyes. She has the rhinestones on her face. She has that green makeup look to match her outfit in season 2, and those types of things, they make you more memorable and they make you feel better. If you're having fun, that energy lifts you up and it radiates over to other people, and it just makes you so magnetic and attractive. Because I know it's so easy to fall into the trap where you're just looking at what other people are wearing and you're wearing what everyone else is wearing, and you're feeling like, oh, what are they gonna think if I wear something different? Walk around kind of like holding her arms like this and not looking at anyone, just walking quietly in the background. No, her walk, her stance, and her not being afraid to take up space, her not being afraid to use expressive gestures, which, not saying that you need to over exaggerate your gestures, but be natural to yourself. Don't be afraid to take space, and don't be afraid to have your shoulders back and walk like that into like a crown. And if you guys want to know how to be just as confident as Maddy, to make heads turn and be incredibly magnetic, then watch this video right here. And I love you guys so much. I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!